Virgo, sun signs, rising signs, and moons. This is your March Horoscope from me, Kim McGrath, at Expressions of the Universe. And we have a full moon in Virgo, your full moon on March the 9th. And lucky for you, Mercury will be going direct on the same day. So fantastic energy. I'm just in love with it. I'm so excited. I already feel more relief. You should be feeling it too. It will be in your third house of communications. So those discussions that you've been needing to have, they are going to improve, or they're actually going to happen now. I feel that communications, February and the beginning of March have probably been non-existent or really wonky. And then we have a new moon in Aries on March the 24th, and that will be in your 9th house. So this is about expansion. It's expanding your beliefs, expanding your world around you. This is about freedom, loving independence, learning something on a higher level, trying something new, possibly a foreign language, or going to a foreign land. I love the 9th house because it really kind of points us in the direction of getting out of our comfort zone and moving on from a situation that is no longer serving us. So let's see what the angels have to say. Oh, I like this. And this is flexibility. I love this for the Virgos because, you know, you are earth signs, you little virgins. And I'm going to coin that from a Virgo herself, Melanie Kronk, who gave me that little idea because I couldn't think of anything for the Virgo, sun signs, rising signs, and moons. So you are the little virgins. But flexibility is great because you can often get stuck in your ways, stuck in your mode, a little stubborn, but you know, and you for right reasons. This says you're free and flexible. It goes perfect with the new moon for you guys on March 24th. So I would expect that there is going to be more movement and you'll feel like you want to get out. This just talks about life being full of challenges, changes, and surprises. And your guidance is to move with the current. You got to go with the flow. You have to surrender and just let things happen. Ask your angels to help you to open your mind and your heart to new ideas and fresh options. So that's perfect for your new moon advice. Now let's see what the crystal energy is going to be for all of you. Give this a little shuffle. This will be an underlying energy. So far, the readings, I think, have really been spot on. We'll see if it continues with the Virgos. Okay. Evolution, and it is represented by Herderite. This would be transformations, but evolution coming up and ascending. So this is about being flexible so that you can ascend to a new self, a new higher you. Evolution of becoming an even better you than you currently already are. And you may be saying, oh, well, how can I be any better than I already am? We all have room for improvement. So don't discount that or leave that out. Excuse me. All right, let's see your animal totem for the month. And we'll leave these cards here and we'll do the full reading. So Virgos have had a lot of changes during the month of February, January and February. And I think that they have been good changes, even though some of you may not see them that way. They have and they will be beneficial. And I actually have two animal totems, excuse me. Pardon me. All right, so we have antelope and bee. And I love this. And the two of them stuck out for me. So far, I think you're the only ones that have gotten two animal totems. So the bee spirit, it says sweet results await. And the antelope says life is speeding up. So I do feel that come the new moon on March the 24th in Aries, things will be speeding up for you. If things have been sluggish, you've been stuck in the mud a little bit, don't worry, things are going to zoom. Definitely also around career and money, I feel a lot of things are going to be progressing. Now, the bee spirit, this is always interesting, and I have an affinity towards bees. Bees always talk about accomplishing the impossible, and also too, they stop and they take their time to enjoy the nectar, the sweet nectar of life, similar to the hummingbird. And I love this card. It's so beautiful. So the message I'm getting is, even though things are going to be speeding up for you, you still want to stay grounded, and slow and steady wins the race, I always say. You don't want to be going so fast that you miss all the beauty that is along the way, that you don't miss any, important signs or important people that could be coming your way. So, yes, the energy around you is going to be a little hectic, but I still want you to take time for yourselves and kind of, just kind of go with the flow. And yet sometimes you will have to say no to some opportunities or invitations just so that you can keep a good pace with everything that's going on. All right, let's see what the planets have to say. All right, so at the top of the hour, we have the third house, and that is communications. That's going to go perfect with your full moon messages, the full moon energy in Virgo in the third house. So communications will be improving, small trips, getting out into the neighborhood, meeting new people. This is also about, taking some time to learn or, read about some new topics or things that, you have been wanting to read about that maybe you haven't had the time for. So it's further education, kind of going with your ninth house, but it's on a lower level. It's like nothing formal. Okay, so seventh house is the underlying situation. And so for a lot of Virgos, it is all about the relationships. It's like, it's the thorn in your side almost for some Virgos, whether it's good or bad. So I know a lot of Virgos that are looking for relationships. So we're going to have to see how that is planning out. For the Virgos that are already paired up, there will be a big focus on adding more romance to your relationships. Whether it's business, family, or love, you have to make improvements on all of your relationships. Not just, keep looking for love. All relationships have to improve so that you can allow that to come in. Now, what's in the passing section, something that has become a part of your life, it's on its way out. It's Scorpio energy. This is jealousy, possessiveness. This is like venomous. This is, let's see, what am I getting? The energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. So, has this energy been around you? What have you not been really sharing with people? What have you been holding on to for just yourself? Because when we become like that, we block things from coming to us. Have you been truthful? because this energy is also portending to the darker shadow side of each person, but in this reading, it is the Virgo. And this is also talking about, especially with communications, relationships, this is talking about what have you been keeping from people that you have relationships with, and that's family, friends, and lovers. Also business partners. Also what I am getting is, it just slipped my tongue. Maybe I'll come back to that in a moment because it just came in and went out just that quickly. Now what is coming, oh wait, sorry, these cards don't belong in this deck. Maybe they do. We'll put these to the side. What is coming, Gemini energy, and this is Mercury. This is more Mercury energy. This is definitely talking about the energy that's flowing from March 9th and on. This is also talking about communications, lightning quick communications. So this could also be technology, improving the technology around you. And I keep picking up mischievous, secretive, kind of underhanded dealings. Just be really careful, because even though maybe other people aren't aware, there's always the universe watching. Somebody, like some higher energy, is watching, and that karma will come back and bite you in the ass. I'm wondering who I'm picking up on. This is crazy. So if this resonates with you, take that. If it doesn't, I really feel like I must be picking up on one or two specific Virgos. Now, for the fun of it, since these cards weren't supposed to be in this deck, let's see what they are. It's Aries, I am, and this is about, always putting yourself first, needing to put yourself first. This is also ego energy. This is also talking about those of you that have Chiron in Aries that need to have some wounds healed. And I feel like that goes with this Scorpio. Okay, then we have Cancer, I feel. This is moon phases. This is your emotions, not burying your emotions, allowing them to come to the surface. That's also going to go with that Scorpio energy. And then, dun, 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 the Virgo, I analyze card. So this is telling me that a lot of Virgos, you got to maybe do this work while Mercury is in retrograde. You need to take a deep dive and look into your relationships, how you communicate with people, how you're not communicating with people, and how that is preventing you from having the right relationships or improving on your relationships. This is what needs to evolve in your life, would be your communications, your vulnerability. That's what I'm also picking up from that Scorpio energy. Interesting, because I feel like a lot of Virgos keep a lot of things hidden and to themselves because they want to put a certain face forward or out there to the world. But the things that you are keeping hidden, this is that Scorpio energy. Those things that you're keeping hidden are actually hindering you from having authentic relationships, and you're blocking better relationships also from coming in. Like for those of you that are looking for a business partner, or looking for a love partner, or even looking for some better and new friendships. So on top of the third house, we have Grand Cross, Provoker. Now, isn't that interesting? So what in your communications with other people is it that is you're being the provoker? So think about arguments that you may have had recently, disagreements that you may have had recently. Where did you play the role of the provoker and where there's a hindrance? This is also talking about the 4 directions. The 4 directions on a compass, the 4 directions in shamanism, northwest, north, south, east, and west. Which direction are you going to go in? I think that there needs to be a big revolution. A lot of changes need to come for the Virgo sun signs, rising signs, and moons. Underlying situation on top of the relationship card, it is Jupiter return, and this is promises, benefits, the light shining in that area. So there is definitely a need and a desire for improved relationships. This is saying that I think once Mercury goes direct, there is an opportunity for that. Now back on top of the Scorpio pile, we have Saturn return. And Saturn return usually is showing us our karma. This talks about age, but I have to think about Saturn as far as the karma police is concerned. And where were you not your best self in one of your relationships? Because that karma is going to be showing up. So you may have to be going through some sort of a lesson and get over that hump. And it may not even happen in this life. But if the things that you're wanting aren't coming to you, think back to that. Sorry. Dogs. I mean, I can't control it. Interesting. On top of the Gemini card over here, the Gemini card from a different deck. This is saying, I think. This is being of 2 minds. This is definitely that mercurial energy. Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury, although I am of the belief, as are some other astrologers, that Chiron, the wounded healer, rules Virgo. So this is talking about your perception of the situations, getting in right reciprocity, right mind, changing your perception or trying to see the bigger picture of the situations that are around you, because I feel as though some of you are very stubborn when it comes to the way that you're thinking about how these relationships are playing out in your life. And I'm just curious. I'm really wondering, like, who's having the difficult issues in their relationships around them? Like, what do you feel is being blocked from you? And then how can we explore that so that we can remove those blocks? I want you to answer and respond to that. How can I help you remove some blocks that are preventing the things that you're wanting in life to come to you? Remember, your thoughts and your words are what we become, are what you become. So you got to make sure they're good. All right, so on top of the provocateur card, we have sacrifice. So what is it that you will be giving up and sacrificing in order to make your relationships right? And I'm going with relationships, or even making yourself right for this big evolution that is coming. Okay, passion ignited. And I think that is really going to be fantastic, because this is on top of the relationship card and the Jupiter card. So this could be new business ventures. This could be finding your passion, your purpose in life. This could, for some of you, be finding that one true partner that ignites the passion in you. For those Virgos that are already coupled up, this could be a reignition of the passion within you. So I do like that a lot. All right, so the memories of love, the memories of loss on top of the Scorpio pile, the karma police pile. Stop thinking about what happened in the past. Stop thinking about who did what someone said, what someone did, because we can't change anything that has happened in the past. Thinking about it over and over and over again, and remember, the I Analyze card is here. You're over analyzing how something played out. You're over analyzing a situation. It could be driving you nuts, and there's nothing you can do about it, because once it has happened, you're done. You can't go back in time, at least not yet. Maybe some people have figured it out. Einstein's quantum physics and string theory. However, most of us can't do it. So you have to make peace with the past and be able to move on from it. Now, on top of the double Gemini cards, we have kind of like a Gemini, Sacred Union. So this is twin flame energy. This is soulmate energy. I love this. This is meeting the right person at the right time, being in the right place at the right time. And I love that. It's like your twin. And maybe that's why the two twin cards came up, because that's where this is going. And I love that. You guys are going to have to let me know. I think this movement could start to happen after the new moon in Aries on March 24th. Now I have one last card for you. I call it the Happy Happy card, because, you know, I've had some rough advice for you little virgins. So I need to shed some good light for you. Good light. All right, let's see. We're going with this one, and it's the Fates. And I love this card because this is saying you just have to surrender. You don't have any control over who's showing up, how it's showing up. You just need to clear up everything that has happened, make amends, surrender, get ready for the evolution, be flexible as per the angels, and wait, because something fantastic is coming your way. Love it. All right, little virgins, the little Virgo sun signs, rising signs, and moons. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and click the bell so that you get notifications when I put out new videos. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, obviously YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, my website at expressionsoftheuniverse.com. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you. Until next time, thank you. See you in April.